Hi, I'm Jonas Schulman, Head of Communications at Security Token Market. We are at the Vertalo conference. I'm here today with Viktor Viktorov from REINNO. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks, John, for inviting me.
We talked maybe about a year or two ago, so we've known each other for a little bit. It's cool to see you in person, and I have to say, his fashion is looking very dapper. He's looking good today.
Thank you. You look awesome as well.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about REINNO and what you guys are working on.
So what we're building with REINNO is basically instant lending solution for tokenized commercial real estate. So basically, the debt in a typical real estate offering is the biggest piece on the capital stack. Solving this is very important to bring liquidity in the space. So how that exactly works is pretty much like every crypto lending solution on the market, where you're depositing cryptocurrency and instantly you're getting a loan. So in this case, instead of cryptocurrencies, we're accepting tokenized real estate. Instantaneously, we can originate a loan with 3 good terms and without any paperwork, without any friction. So what we have currently is quite unique in the marketplace. I mean, we're the only company in the world that is doing it so far. It's going to provide a big part of the liquidity in the space. So buyers of commercial properties are going to be able to borrow.
Right.
Buyers of tokenized commercial property are going to be able to borrow at any given point in time.
Right.
Without submitting any documents.
Right. I always thought that was so cool when I talked to you a while ago, because if for those of you who don't know, during the Reg D lockup, Reg D 506C requires a 12-month lockup after the offering closes before you can trade. But there you can't trade, there's no liquidity, so you're locked up. But REINNO is creating a solution where you can use your token as collateral to receive cash or some sort of liquidity during the lockup period.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we have multiple use cases,
right?
But that's one of them. So in typical Reg D offering, you have 1 year lockup period, and you can sell the property. But if you need cash, you can basically borrow at that time. That's not restricted by using the tokens as well. Another use case that is very important and still not a lot of folks in the industry are recognizing it is that in typical tokenization process of real estate, you're having lender involved.
Right.
Lenders are restricting the change of control typically, and that is quite problematic when you're tokenizing properties. So we can replace traditional mortgage lenders as well in the current capital stack, and to allow people to trade freely the assets. And when they're selling, the buyer is also able to leverage the deal that way instantaneously.
I love that. That's such a cool use case. I know a lot of people are going to like that. So what kind of, I remember I was going to your website, you have some security token offerings that people can invest in, a few actually. Can you give us an overview, a couple of them?
So we have multiple offerings on our website. They're different, varying from short-term rentals in Vegas to industrial properties, nationwide portfolios of industrial properties. We have mobile home parks. We have all kind of options. Currently, we're trying to focus on something to narrow down our focus, not on the marketplace side, but on the lending side to multifamily properties. As we're start working right now with a company that is providing instant valuations on multifamily properties based on a lot of data, and the valuations are super accurate. So we're gonna use that to be able to bring even better process on the lending side. For the marketplace side, we're still gonna be quite generic, so we're gonna allow all kind of projects to participate. We are not gonna actively running the marketplace because it's quite a distraction from the main business.
Right.
But we're gonna allow people to use it as a platform to raise capital, to use our KYC, AML processes and so on. And I think we already sold around 11 million on the marketplace.
Incredible. Nice. And where are these investors usually coming from? Is it only? Do you only require? Do you specifically require accredited investors, or can retail investors also participate? Not
It's
yet.
currently only for credit.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so it's not perfect because a lot of people are not able to join
Right.
yet, but you know that there are other folks that are trying to figure this out with crowdfunding platforms.
Right.
We probably are going to build additional legal framework around Reg A offerings, so people are going to be able to use Reg A instead of Reg D, so they
For
can
sure.
onboard retail investors as well, and that's going to be complementary to our customers. Of course, they're going to need to revise the documents, but we can provide some sort of
Right.
framework.
What are your thoughts on the amendments to those exemptions? Like Reg CF, you can raise 5 million. Reg A plus, you can raise 75 million. Do you think that was a good amendment, or do you think it should be increased for more, or any other changes?
I think that, especially for real estate,
Yeah.
I think it's a good amendment overall, but it's not perfect for sure. In my opinion, assets should be divided somehow,
Right.
because equities are higher risk investments than real estate. Typically, real estate is
It's a little
cash
slow
flowing,
mover. Yeah.
It has value that is quite obvious. Even though it might fluctuate, you still have some value. While with equity investing in startups, it's much riskier.
Right.
What I think though is that, for example, there could be an exemption for real estate offerings, and to allow investors like in Reg D type of thing setup to participate retail investors as well. So it would be easy as Reg D, but it has basically the functionality of Reg A and
Right.
the option to onboard retail investors.
Very cool. Yeah, I always personally love the aspect of security tokens where you and retail access and democratize investment opportunities so everyone can have an opportunity. Not only is that good for the issuer because of more people to invest, but it's good for the investors because more opportunities equal the diversify the portfolios, more opportunities to make money. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, there are going to be new stuff coming. For sure, the technology and the space is developing so rapidly that
It really is.
we're trying to catch up. And,
I can barely keep up.
yeah. So, and it's just not only around the security token space. It's some innovation is coming from the DeFi space.
Oh, yeah.
Bridging the gap between DeFi and securities, bringing those real world assets into the DeFi protocols, and utilizing some of the strategies that DeFi protocols are
Right.
having for further either increase the returns or increase the liquidity. That's what is coming as well.
For sure. So what is the main objective of REINNO right now? What are the top things you're trying to achieve as a company in the next year or two?
So what we are trying to achieve, basically two main things. So the first one is basically to educate the market and bring what we are building, develop further what we are building and make it even better than what it is now. So we want to make it so simple that you can basically check out, only fill out the address of the property, few other variables, and you're gonna get how much you can get, for example, for this property, based on AI and so on, for multifamily in particular, and then you can tokenize it, borrow against it. What is the value? You can sell it, and everything is going to be automated. So we're going to narrow down the focus on the lending side to make it better for a particular asset class. That's the objective for the next year. We're going to bring more participants. We're going to basically integrate with some of the guys that are in the tokenization space to help them, support them with additional liquidity on the lending side. That's what we're building here today as a community, and I'm very happy that we are working pretty much as one ecosystem, not as nobody's considered as a competitor, and even some competitors are not considering other companies in that space as competitors, but just trying to collaborate in a way, which is awesome. I love it. And the other thing that's the other objective though is to see liquidity coming on the buying side.
Right.
So to make it mainstream, that's not going to happen next year or this year. Probably next year it could happen partly, but probably 2023 is going to be. I believe that might be.
That's the year of security tokens, 2023.
2023, I think it could become like
Much bigger.
The hype could be similar to what we're seeing right now for cryptocurrencies,
That would be great.
NFTs.
Cool.
Probably not at this stage of cryptocurrency, but probably a bit earlier stage.
Right.
But still, with this excitement, people, are going to be excited to join the space and invest and so on.
So I guess it kind of wraps it up, but if people are interested in learning about REINNO and staying at the forefront of the space before security tokens hit the mainstream, how can they get in contact with you or REINNO? What are the best ways to do that?
So they could find me at LinkedIn. That's the best way. I'm relatively active there. My name is Viktor Viktorov. Or they could visit our website, check it out, reach out directly through the website. There is contact information.
Perfect. And then we're going to be posting it on our YouTube and socials, and in the description we'll have a better place, an easier way to click to find where he is to connect with him. So thanks, Victor, for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.